Hi guys, and welcome to Trucking Along with Kiersey. That's me, your positive voice in trucking. This is Special Request Saturday. I got a special request about why I love Prime. And if you're interested in why I love trucking, then click up above. That's my special request that I got for last Saturday of why I love the trucking industry, the positives of trucking. So stick around if you're interested in Prime. Okay, one of the things that really stands out about Prime is our equipment and our facilities are top-notch amazing. Like, I really didn't appreciate them. Seriously, I didn't appreciate them until I found out from other people what their companies are like. And I'm not going to sit here and bash different companies because every company has good and bad. Since I haven't worked for anybody else, I'm not going to sit here and say. What I can tell you is what my friends have told me about other companies as far as their facilities. I have seen a couple different trucking company terminals. Our Salt Lake City terminal used to belong to a really big carrier, and our boss was like, nope. They knocked down the old buildings and they're building new ones. And it's not just about the amenities, it's about like the facilities as far as getting our trucks maintained. That is so important. We have a 24-hour maintenance crew that does not only the mechanics, but in our tire bay, in our detail shop. I don't know if the body shops work 24 hours, but at least we do have a separate body shop. We have a trailer rebuild department. We have so many different amenities that are 24 hours that make sure that we're rolling. Like, I didn't realize that other companies won't allow their trucks to be worked on out on the road if it's not considered a breakdown. Like, I can go get my truck fixed at a TA or a Petro, or the trailer I could go take to utility sales and trailer repair shop. We also have Carrier is our reefer manufacturer. There you go, manufacturer. And so I can take it there rather than being rerouted back to a terminal. And what I found is that a lot of these terminals, a lot of these companies, they only have maintenance between like 8 and 5. And then that's it. And I can schedule an appointment at 2 o'clock in the morning, or I can call up, a day ahead of time and say, hey, my fleet manager's getting me into the terminal. I will be there at such and such time. And if they can't get me an appointment, they will work me in somehow. And that is an amazing thing, because I know people that have sat for days to weeks without their truck being repaired. And it makes me wonder how these companies are paying for the trucks and how they're making money if the trucks aren't running. So we also have wash bays that are 24 hours. We have an automated wash bay. We have somebody that gets up into our trailer and washes the trailer out. And I found out recently that a lot of these companies, even if they have a wash bay, you have to take the hoses and the brushes and clean off the truck and clean out the trailer yourself. I'm a snob. I don't want to do that. I admit it. We also, because our owner wants us to look good, they want a good image for Prime. Even as company drivers, I'm allowed to get my truck washed out on the road twice a month. They'll wash the trailers. Like, I could get every trailer washed inside and outside pretty much if I want it. And I've never been denied. They've never said no. I can get my truck washed every time I'm in the terminal. I have unlimited washes and fueling in the terminal. One of the biggest things that I really love about Prime is that I feel appreciated. I talked in one video about terminal rats and how they just like ooze negativity, but I feel appreciated. I get a decent pay. I get weekly and quarterly bonuses. I get something called a top driver of the fleet, where they give me $50 in rewards points. We get rewards points just for doing our job, and we get to spend those rewards points in the company store, which is pretty big. You can buy televisions and microwaves and refrigerators, CBs, you can buy clothes, Nike sneakers, Carhartt, you can buy office supplies and toiletries, and like you name it that you want for a truck, they have it. Even mattresses, if you want to buy a thicker, better mattress, you can do that. So we get a lot of you know, privileges that way with the rewards points. We also have the salon and spa, so I'll go get my hair done, I'll get a facial, I'll get massages. We have a 24-hour cafeteria that you can get a made-to-order ribeye at 3 o'clock in the morning, and it's cheap. And because you build the rewards points, you can spend those free rewards points on the food that you're buying. So it's a really good feeling to feel appreciated. Like October and November, they gave me $50 each month for being top driver of the fleet, and I'm pretty sure that's the 4th time I got it this year, in addition to the other rewards points that I get. We get jackets for different things. You get a 1-year safety jacket for being accident free. You get a 2-year, this is the 2-year safety jacket, and it's really thick and heavy. It's monogrammed with Piercy on it. It's monogrammed with Prime on the back. I mean, it's nice. I got a heavy jacket like that for my on-time delivery the first year. Gold ring with a diamond. Yes, it looks pretty big because I have big hands. It looks manly on me, but you get additional diamonds for every year, and I'm entitled to 2 more that I didn't send the ring back to go get them. But to me, it's just a constant thank you for doing my job and doing it the right way. So when you feel like, wow, I'm getting these bonuses, and some people will say, oh, well, it's just $20 or it's just $30 or it's just $50 or whatever. But you know, I worked at the post office for a long time, and at Christmas time we didn't get a bonus. We got a cookie tray that like 30 people would share, and then after like 8 or 9 years of working there, we didn't even get the cookie trays anymore. We had Christmas parties that we would pay for $15 or $20 a person, and then we'd have to set it up and make the arrangements and everything. But Prime has huge Christmas parties all over the place, and they have family picnic days, and they're always doing charity work, which is something that I really respect. They do a lot of walkathons for the in-house people. They do a lot of charity work. One was called, I think, Eye Care. They do child abuse and Heart Association. They did one time, and they do an annual domestic violence awareness campaign. And there's a lot that they do that it really makes me feel. As a matter of fact, they just won a philanthropy award in Missouri for how much Prime does and gives back to the community. So I respect that. I appreciate that. I feel appreciated in the bonuses and the things they do for me. Something else that also makes me feel appreciated is they have an open door policy. I just saw on a trucking forum where somebody said that they had to make an appointment to go talk to their fleet manager. I was like, an appointment? What are you talking about? An appointment? Our fleet managers are basically told if we come to see them, they pretty much sit there and talk to us for almost as much time as we want, and they will stop answering the phones or whatever. So I do make it a point to go in and talk to him and sit down and see what's going on, and I ask him, is there anything you need to tell me? Is there anything we need to discuss? And build a relationship that way. I also do respect the fact that he has other people he has to deal with. From the very beginning, he always treated me like I was his only driver. So any attention that I needed, I got. So if I see he's busy, I might not even say hi to him. I might just wave while I'm walking by. If he's just laid back, and he's having a slow day, I've sat there for almost an hour sitting there talking to him while he's just poking around on the screen once in a while or answering a call, and I get up and leave. But to have the ability to walk into not just your fleet manager, but any department, like I could go walk into the safety department. I can go walk into claims and ask them. Something else about the mechanics, get this. Some companies won't allow you to be in the bay, in the mechanic shop, while the truck is getting worked on. At Prime, I can do that. I can walk around the truck and ask the mechanic, what are you doing, and why did this do that, or why did this break, or why isn't this light working, or whatever. And they educate us that way. I think that's amazing. I've learned so much, and it helps them because then I'm better equipped to diagnose the issues that go wrong. Like, I was having an air leak, and I told the mechanic, I think it's in those glad hands somewhere in that line, because it's not in my airbags. It's not in the air tank itself. I had that checked out. So, like, when he wound up going and finding the things, there was a really slow leak in my glad hands, and you couldn't hear it, but he had to hook it up. Allowing me to be educated that way is amazing. Prime has all these different kinds of classes that they offer, including, driving the automatic class, but they also now have a mechanics class. Well, they'll teach you how to fix little things that go wrong that are common problems, and what kind of tool you might need. Or with the reefer, we have these fabric line chutes that hang down, so they have videos on where they put those screws. They have them hidden in our reefers so that we can go and have them remounted and not have to get back to a terminal or not have to go into the shop. And they will pay us to do things like that. So I think it's a great way for education. They also have educational classes for lease ops. And it's like an 8-hour class, and they teach you about business and fueling and freight rates and freight locations and things like that. And I know a lot of people just roll their eyes and go, oh, but, take the opportunity for all of those different classes. I mean, I would never turn down a class. I just don't do it. I want to know everything I possibly can. And then when it comes to, the education, the communication, we have an amazing social media director that she's like everywhere. She's just everywhere. And, she publishes a magazine, a quarterly magazine that they send to our homes, and she does all the Facebook and the YouTube videos, and she does all these different things on our phone apps and organizes the fundraisers that I was talking about. And we have a phone app that's amazing. We have so much information on our phone app that I found out other companies don't have. And like, it'll tell us where my standing is as far as my net fuel costs. Like, last week, I was number 1 in my fleet, and I think it was number 116 out of all of Prime's reefer division for the best fuel costs. And it comes right to my phone. So it's a way for you to be able to judge how you're doing and your progress. Every week, we have in the terminals a safety meeting. And the owner of Prime, which is there every day anyway, but the owner and the different department heads, like the safety director and the sales director, the head of maintenance, and they have different reps from the different makes of trucks like Peterbilt and International and Freightliner. They all get together in our cafeteria. We get free breakfast if you sit through the safety meeting, and they'll discuss things like accidents that happened that week and how to prevent them. They'll tell us like how many inspections we had and you know, how well we did or what we need to improve on. They tell us about like upcoming issues or pay raises or freight changes and things like that. But they also have a Q&A, so we're able to stand up and tell them, hey, this is an idea we have, and why isn't this working, or is this a way we could get better? And it's amazing to just sit there and listen to the owner of this company that I don't even know how many people work there, because I'm pretty sure there's like 9,000 drivers. So if you add in all the personnel from the different terminals, I don't know how many people work there. It seems like a whole heck of a lot. But, you know, this guy is standing there and specifically tells you, I'm the owner of this company, and I will never have my drivers disrespected. And if you feel that way, you better come let somebody know. And, you know, with winter coming up, I want you safe. Shut down. And nobody's going to push you. And we get messages from safety all the time. Inclement weather, just message and say you're shutting down. We will stand behind you. I mean, that... People will argue, oh, well, it's because they don't want to pay lawsuits. Yeah, okay. Of course they don't want to pay lawsuits. They're in business, hello. But, you know, knowing that you have that backup and you have a connection with the guy who owns the company, like, he plays basketball. I can't believe this. This is like crazy, but he plays basketball every day from noon till 2 in our indoor basketball courts. We have like a stadium movie theater with stadium seating and like a computer room and 24-hour gym and, you know, workout weights and locker rooms and you know, a mail room, and there's even a daycare center. They have a daycare center for the in-house employees, and they have the kids go trick-or-treating to the different trucks and up the hallways, and it's just a fun, upbeat place to be. And again, having that open door policy where you can go to somebody and say, hey, I'm having this problem, and you don't feel like you have to wait in line. You know, problems get fixed, but you have to address them. They can't fix a problem if you don't tell them about it. And something that I really love about Prime is when you just tell them that there are issues or you make recommendations, somebody jumps on it. They do. And we do have a driver advisory board that, again, the phone app, those safety meetings, those weekly safety meetings, if you're not in a terminal, it gets sent to your phone. You can watch them on a video on your phone. But they have a driver advisory board where it's a group of drivers that get suggestions from other drivers and make suggestions and get together with all of the different boards and figure out how we're going to improve Prime. And they're all different levels of experience. They have brand new drivers, and they have reefer drivers and tankers and flatbeds and intermodals and lease ops and company drivers, and people have been here for 20 years and people have been here for 2 months. And it's really an interesting way for them to try to improve. And I've said in my mega carrier video that I am not a number. I absolutely am not a number. The mechanics know me, the fleet managers know me, the night dispatchers know me. You know, there are in-house people in the safety department who know me in claims. I make it a point to go in and see people and talk to them. And that's how you will not be a number. If you make yourself a number, then that's all you are. But see, I never settle for mediocre. I'll never be mediocre. And because of that, I'm always going to stand out above the rest. And I'd never be conceited enough to say that I am the best. but I know I'm one of the top drivers on my fleet manager's fleet. And considering they keep paying me every couple months, saying top performer of the fleet, I think that kind of gives me a little bit of cred there. But I think I'll probably post some pictures of our phone app, or when I get time it's a little difficult. It's easier to do the videos than do the phone app thing, but I hope this gives you some insight into Prime, why I love Prime, and if you drive for Prime, then comment below and tell us why you love Prime. If you're interested in Prime and you have questions, then comment below and I'll answer your questions the best I can, and if I don't know the answer, I'll find somebody who does. And please like, comment, subscribe, ring the little notification bell so you keep getting my videos, and I hope to see you out here trucking along. Bye.